welcome everybody who's listening to What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions. We're having a beverage here with our guest today. He's an award-winning novelist, regular contributor to New York Times Magazine. His newest book, Gone with the Wolves, which is available...
Gone to the Wolves.
Gone to the Wolves, I'm sorry. Which is available right now, has been called both a hair-raising, head-banging, meet the devil epic tale of love, youth, and rock and roll, and a love letter to metal that captures both its brutal kinetics and its nearness to the sublime. Welcome to the show, Mr. John Wray. How you doing, man?
I'm very pleased to be here, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. Basically, what we did is we originally started with 48,766 questions.
Correct. Yeah.
But when we pitched to have guests on,
nobody said yes.
Nobody said yes.
Not one.
So we whittled it down to just 7. We figured, it's a Sunday evening. We should probably,
Yeah, it also might improve your quality of life too.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of questions to think up.
We can get wordy, but yeah, that's true.
There were 1 or 2 doubles as well. So, but what I would like to know,
only
sir,
24,436 questions. In other words,
exactly. So what we would like to know is, are you ready for the consumers of Bacon Is My Podcast to get to know the nooks and crannies of your English muffin, the double stuff to your Oreo, the creamy center of your Twinkie? Are you ready, sir?
Are they ready? I think that's the question.
I like that.
I like that answer. I think they're
it's
not.
It's a great attitude to have.
They have to be ready. They have to be ready. All right, so number 1.
I'm not shy about my nooks and crannies, gentlemen.
I love it. Let's get into it. Question number 1. John, how many pillows is too many?
3 is too many pillows.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a thin pillow guy, and I'll tell you why I like 2. And it's maybe not the reason that you think. I don't like get fluffy towers of pillows to put my head on. I don't have a body pillow or anything like that. But the way that I sleep, especially now that I have a little kid, is 1 nice hard pillow under the head and 1 enormous pillow on top of my head to just make the world go away.
Just to drown out the sounds.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I will tell you, I've got 2 little kids, and that doesn't really work.
Well, that's why you stop at 1, because 1 can maybe be, that's a 2 pillow situation.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like 2 kids is like a 400 pillow situation.
There's not enough pillows for that. There are not enough pillows for that.
I do the eye mask because I need to drown out the visions more than the sounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you weren't asking me about eye masks.
Yes, that's true.
I wear 4 of those, just 1 on top of the other on top of the other.
That feeds into the metal in you, because it can never be too black.
It can never be too dark. That's right.
None more black.
All right, sir. Question number 2. What is the perfect pizza order?
Oh, shit. I feel like that's a little situational. I feel like it's kind of mood-based. It depends on what you've been consuming. I mean, I think we all know that if you've been, doing bong rips, then probably you're going to move in a different topping zone than
you get a little bit more adventurous.
Sober.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife and kid are big fans of just plain margarita pizza, and the advantage to margarita is you can't really go wrong. It's kind of like bourbon, even the cheap ones are okay.
Right.
But I'm more of an Italian sausage, black olive, and onions and double cheese kind of guy.
Nice.
I like that. Now, are we talking sausage slices or crumbles?
I prefer the weird. Since we're talking about nooks and crannies, right? I prefer the weird, irregular kind of asteroid belt style crumbled Italian sausage. Has more personality.
Yes.
Parts get a little charred, parts are a little juicy still. Yeah, I'm with you.
There's a little variety, spice of life.
I like it.
I like that.
All right, question number 3. True or false here? Cereal is a soup.
That's an unanswerable question, man. First of all, that's a weird fucking question to ask anyone. Maybe a child. You know what? I need to get my son in here. He will give you a definitive answer on that question.
Right.
I'm going to say no. It's not a fucking soup. It's cereal. That's my position.
Fair enough.
I could be convinced otherwise, because I've literally never ever considered this question in my entire life.
That's how we feel about it too. we can be swayed in any direction. But
just throw,
I've been
throw it out
surprised at how many directions this has taken.
Yeah.
This question has taken over the past 2 years.
I mean, because you got to think about cream-based broth.
Yeah.
Wheat or rice-based noodle or crouton.
Is it a broth though, guys, or is it just milk?
Well, you know,
Is it a broth?
I've had some crappy clam chowder before.
I've had a terrible potato soup that felt.
Well, but you know what? Then you just might as well start asking if any liquid is a soup. Is beer a soup? Is bourbon a soup? Is it in a bowl? Is 7-Up a soup? But if you poured 7-Up into a bowl, would it suddenly become a soup?
Okay,
that's a good.
I'm turning
question.
the tables.
That's a good one. That's a good one. No. I mean, we hold no allegiance.
I like the way you think. I like the way you know, like you got to push sometimes. You got to push for the right answer. You got to.
Yeah,
I like that.
Prove your position.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Question number 4 is this: gift cards, lame gift idea or great gift idea?
Oh man, when I was like young and still had some like energy coursing through my body and like still had a little bit of like life force in me and wasn't just a cold and broken shell of my former self, I would have said absolutely not to the gift cards. Fuck the gift cards, because it's like, what is that? That requires no imagination, that requires no energy, that requires no effort. But now that's exactly why I love the gift cards, because I just don't have any more gas in my tank to waste time and energy picking out the perfect, bow tie for Father's Day. Just gift card to like Men's Sweater Warehouse and I'm done.
I like that.
I like it too.
So again, it's sort of like situational, maybe age specific kind of thing.
Oh, this is why we get to the crannies of your muffin, sir.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's plenty of them.
Question number 5. What number is Mike thinking of?
12.
Question number 6. What is your go-to jukebox pick?
I'm going to say Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC.
That's a good one.
Because it's got to be something that you'll find in a lot of jukeboxes,
Right.
Like if I were to like pick some like super obscure, like Denial of Life by Death off their debut, that's not on any jukebox in the world. You know what I mean?
Right,
AC/DC is quality, especially in a bar. If you've had a couple drinks, it just sounds so good. And it's, basically you'll find at least one AC/DC song on pretty much every bar jukebox.
I think so. I think so too. And I think that, if you went with a Death song, I mean, I'm that guy. There's 2 people in the world. There's one that like goes into a bar, surveys, goes, okay, how do I keep this good vibe going? And then there's also those people that go, how do I scare these people and make some friends?
Right.
Or 1 or 2 friends.
Right.
In this
It's
bar.
like, that's like the wheat from the chaff kind of.
Yeah. But I do think that AC/DC Dirty Deeds is like enough of a banger to be like, this is awesome.
Right.
But also enough people would be like, yeah, this is a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been married for quite a while now, but I mean, I still associate going into bars, also because I'm old enough that I never did the online thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I associate going into bars with talking to members of the opposite sex. I mean, that's the only reason really to go into a bar. You can drink at home, So I don't want to pick a song that's going to empty out the bar. Why would I do that? It's like, I'd go into my basement for that.
Right.
I like
set
that
the mood.
answer. Yeah, for sure.
Gotta set the mood.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Or find the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like ladies that I would want to talk to would probably be okay, at least, with AC/DC. So it's like in the middle. Like some people might not be, but actually, no. Everybody loves AC/DC now.
If somebody walks out on Dirty Deeds, you don't want to be their friend.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bar music, jukebox music is good time music. It's not, in my opinion, unless you're in like a specifically like a metal bar, then it's a whole different kind of frame of reference,
Sure.
Yeah. Then you put on Journey's Separate Ways and watch people just lose their minds.
Right. That would be the flip side, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be Bizarro World.
Exactly.
Jukebox.
Exactly.
I mean, show me the metal bar that has Journey Separate Ways on the jukebox too, and
Good point.
Right.
color
right.
me impressed. Someone's ballsy.
Well, here we are.
We have made it to question 7.
Question number 7.
Of What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions. Fun part about this question is depending on how you answer it, you may be eligible for a bonus question. I know. Hold it in. Hold it in. The
Okay.
excitement, it's coming through the screen.
I'm clenching hard right now.
I see it. So, out of the 2 years that we've been asking this question,
Yeah.
the percentage of people that have failed to achieve the bonus question is relatively low.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Now you're just
All right.
now you're just cranking up the pressure on me.
right,
Well, no. I mean,
just want to give you
okay.
a fair
So
assessment of where we're at.
we've asked this about
Do like a percentage.
150 times, right?
Right.
So out of the 150 times we've done this,
Right.
0 have not gotten it.
Nobody's not gotten it.
Oh, see, the pressure's colossal now. If I fuck this up,
It would be really weird.
we can
What?
just stop. We can just
And-
stop.
Right.
Even easier, it's a how do you feel question.
Yeah,
All
this
right?
is
Oh,
this is
okay.
So this even gets into it deeper. So you'd have
Feelings.
to really fuck this up.
We're talking
had-
about feelings now, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
We're all about
we've
your
we've
feelings.
had a lot of fun so far.
Right.
I mean, it's only been like 12 minutes, but like we've had
A
a lot of
magical,
fun.
a magical 12 minutes it has
It
been.
has been. It has been.
But
Glorious.
we
some
really
would say.
like we're going to get a little serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to search your feelings.
Yeah.
I want you to absorb this, think about it for a second,
Marinate.
go with your gut, don't hesitate. How do you feel, John, about garden gnomes?
Oh, that's interesting that you asked that because my mom is from the magical alpine nation of Austria
Yes.
in the European Alps, not Australia, Austria. And that is a very charming country with nice people, good food, excellent wine and beer. But it is completely lousy with garden gnomes. It's like garden gnomes everywhere in everyone's garden. Like not just old people, not, it's like not just being used in a campy way or an ironic way. There are so many garden gnomes in this country. It's like I almost feel if you did a census, there'd be more garden gnomes than human beings in my mom's, in my mother country, right?
Let's hope
Yeah.
they never rise up to take over.
Yes.
Oh my God! I mean, let's hope no one like puts a little Chat GPT chip in those fuckers.
Yeah.
But strangely enough, I'm pro garden gnome. I'm going to do 180
Oh, okay.
because they remind me of summertime visits to my family over there. And they just kind of conjure up positive, sort of sentimental, nostalgic sort of feelings. Even though, I mean, probably objectively speaking, it's like they'll fuck up any garden.
They could get rambunctious. We've heard.
We've heard they can be rambunctious.
Yeah, they're worse than gophers, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which you don't mess with a gopher.
They don't even keep the crows away.
No.
I mean, based on your answer, okay, we did like a little bit of a roller coaster.
I
there.
like the journey that he took us on.
John.
thought
I think you get the bonus question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure.
That's for
also
you to
up
find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a multiple choice question here for you,
Alrighty.
and the question is this: bacon. Is it a topping? Is it a side, or is it a main course?
What if I said it was a soup?
You'd have to tell me how you're preparing it.
Yeah.
Like drippy, greasy, like float in its own grease. I don't know. I just thought you were the soup guys.
No, we're the bacon guys.
We're the bacon guys.
Okay, so is it a topping,
A side,
a side,
or is it a main course?
a main course?
Okay.
Again, in different countries they eat bacon in different ways, right?
Sure.
So in the country that my mom's side of the family comes from, in Austria, it's something you take with you when you're going like climbing in the mountains, and you take like it's a solid hunk. It's
Okay.
smoked. Whoops, what am I doing here? It's smoked, and it's like a hunk like this. You don't fry it in a pan. It's ready to go, and you just take a big old knife when you want to like take a break, and you just cut a huge chunk of it with like enormous layers of fat, you know, and it's just salty and smoky, and it gives you like that extra power that you need to not die as you're trying to go up the mountain, you know.
Right.
And it's very much, in a lot of alpine countries, it's very much a main course. You might have a little like pumpernickel bread with it and a little bit of cheese and some schnapps or something.
That sounds fantastic.
It's pretty good, man, especially when you've been hiking or something and you've got that like outdoorsy appetite.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say main course.
It sounds way better than jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not totally dissimilar from jerky, but definitely better.
Yeah. I really do. I love the fact that you gave that answer with such gusto, and you even had a lot of
There's a personal
backup behind it, like a little story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it is the incorrect answer. The answer we were looking for is D, all of the above.
Gotta think outside the box.
You didn't give me a D option.
Gotta think outside the.
We don't play by rules, John.
Do we look like guys?
We don't look like guys that play by rules.
Now
do you?
I understand. Now I understand what I'm into here.
But the good news is
if it were a multiple choice test, there would be like 4 little circles. You'd have You didn't give me the all of the above option.
You know what?
I do this little thing with my finger too.
We're not really scholastic. Guys.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Man.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're musicians.
The good news is.
Oh, you should have said that at the beginning. Okay, all bets are off then.
See,
I know what I'm dealing with now.
Yeah. The good news is you wouldn't have won anything.
Right, that's true.
Oh, okay.
Our undying admiration,
Which you still have.
anyway.
Oh, I have that anyway. Okay, because you guys, I knew you guys wouldn't be against the answer main course.
No.
You can't be against that.
Not at all.
It's.
Not at all.
I mean, I would do that still, but it is the incorrect answer.
Yeah, my wife is from Mexico, and since moving to the U.S., she's had some difficulty adjusting to certain things. I mean, she does great. Her English is perfect, all that stuff, but she has a really hard time with the shit that Americans put on donuts. All the stuff that people put on donuts.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that she's not on this podcast, because one of the things that she does not understand or relate to on any level, you know what I'm going to say.
Don't say it, John.
Let it remain unspoken.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Maple and bacon bars are great, by the way. So before we sign off here, John, can you just let everybody know where they can find out everything going on in your world and where to find your brand new book, Gone to the Wolves?
Well, Gone to the Wolves is out, in every bookstore, I think, in America. And then you can also get it in all the online ways that people buy books, if they even buy books anymore in this fallen nation.
Right.
Or, to get a taste of what the book kind of deals with, you could read the latest issue of Esquire magazine. I had an article in there called Heavy Metal Saved My Life, which is all about this extremely, extremely kind of sucky band that I was in high school that, in spite of the fact that we sucked, got me through some dark years in Buffalo, New York.
That's awesome.
So there we go. Gone to the Wolves in bookstores, I expect near you, unless you live in Wyoming.
Go to Amazon. Amazon has it digitally, go to a book. Yeah, go to a local bookstore.
You can go to Audible, because
they have it on Audible now.
You know what?
If you're not a reader and you want to listen,
you can go anywhere the hell you want. I've got no bias against any particular type of vendor of literature, so you can guiltily slink over to Amazon and get it there too. That's fine.
Go consume the book.
Yes,
I am about halfway through.
As am I.
Oh, cool.
As am I. Yep.
So if you put you guys together, you've read the whole thing.
Well, I started from the end, and I'm going back.
He reads backwards.
You're going to meet in the middle. That's
exactly.
That's the key.
That's the ultimate meet cute. Meeting in the middle.
That's right.
So, Jimmy, you have one last question for him.
Yes. I'm going to ask you now. You've already kind of said it at the beginning, but one thing I do like to ask people, and I'll ask you twice at the end of the next thing also. We talk about bacon, and we brought it in as kind of a metaphor, because as a topping or a side or a main course, it makes whatever. Hey, if I get a potato soup and you put some bacon in it, it makes better.
It's the star.
It makes it better.
Or
you know?
a nice leek soup.
A nice leek
bacon
soup with
on
bacon? Absolutely. So we like to think of the metaphor of what is it in your life that makes your life better? What is it that makes everything you do, your daily grind, a little bit less of a grind? What is that thing you can turn to? For some people, it's music. For some people, it's cooking. Some people, it's food. Some people, it's a nice bourbon or whiskey. Some people like to sing in the shower, go on hikes, whatever it is. We like to ask people and figure out what is that positive force in your life. So, John, right now, what would you say? What is your bacon?
Well, I mentioned earlier that I have a 2-year-old son. And for that reason, my basement is my bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying. My basement, first of all, is at the bottom of the house, underground. Secondly, it has a soundproof door that can be closed. And thirdly, it's got a full drum set in there. It's got about 3 electric guitars. It's got a theremin.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Because a bunch of my friends, you know, just leave their instruments at my house. And I just go in there and do dumb shit when I can't deal anymore. So at the moment, my basement is my bacon.
Nice.
The fortress of solitude.
That's right.
Not unlike your studio that we're
Garage.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah, I
garage
don't have a
that
garage. You know, I live in New York City, no garage, you know,
Right,
so basement
okay.
is the next best thing.
We're out in Long Island, so not far from you, but there is...
But garages.
But garage. yes.
Detached garage. That's the
Detached
key, too.
Even better, right,
Detached
right,
garage.
for soundproofing.
Awesome.
All right.
So, everybody, go check out John's book. Start reading it. Check out some of his other books. He's got 7, right?
No, this is
6.
This is the
6.
6th, right?
So
6
go,
novels, 7 altogether, yeah.
Yeah.
God knows
So-
how it came to this, but
So go check them out, and then, you know, as you get started, get more hyped for Monday when the full-on episode comes out. And until then,
Come learn about whatever it is we end up talking about. 'Cause
Exactly.
You never know on this show. It can be really anything.
right? And until then, always remember to ask yourself
Yeah.
that one super important question.
What's your bacon?